was that one place I always thought about, and I just wanted to be there with you. The place that no eye has ever seen, the place that no heart has ever perceived. I had a great feeling inside of me.
Okay, hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all doing well and staying healthy. Okay, before we dive into today's material, first all, let me introduce myself. My name is Natalia Liliwasawono, my nickname Natalia. I'm from NTT Flores, certainly I'm living in Jakarta. I'm a 5th semester student at Universitas Indraprasta PGRI, majoring in English Language Education. Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss an important topic, the 4 language skill for first grade high school student. The goals of this video is to help you understand and master the basic skills necessary to use language effectively and communicatively. These 4 skills are crucial because language is the primary tool for human communication and serves as the foundation for developing comprehensive language abilities. And then, apa sih yang termasuk 4 keterampilan berbahasa? What are the 4 language skills? So, 4 keterampilan berbahasa itu yang pertama ada listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Jadi ini ada 4 keterampilan berbahasa ya teman-teman. Okay, in this session we will focus on the first skill is listening. Di sini kita akan mendengarkan penjelasan tentang apa sih tujuan pembelajaran listening. Okay, to listen and understand the context of conversation. Itu yang pertama. Yang kedua, to identify key information and implement message in spoken text. Dan yang ketiga, to connect information from various spoken text to draw conclusion and critically evaluate opinions. Dan sekarang pengertian dari listening. Nah teman-teman, listening is a skill that involves receiving and understanding information from oral sources such as conversation, audio recording, and speeches. It's more than just hearing sounds. It's about grasping the context and meaning conveyed by the speaker. Effective listening requires focus, the ability to filter important information, and the capacity to interpret implicit messages. Berikut ada komponen dan teknik mendengarkan. Yang pertama ada teknik mendengarkan aktif. Active listening means not just hearing, but fully engaging with the message being delivered. Focusing on intonation and emotion. Intonation can reveal the speaker emotion or mood, such as seriousness or humor. Identifying keywords. Keywords are essential for understanding the main points of a conversation or speech. Taking notes on key points. Jotting down important points help retain critical information. Analyzing implicit message. Pay attention to context to uncover meanings beyond the spoken words. Nah, berikut ada mendengarkan dialog. Dialogues involve 2 or more people and require understanding relationship, share information, and social context. Characteristic of dialogues: interactive, alternating turns between speakers, often in question-answer formats. Goals of listening to dialogues: the understand each speaker's intentions, analyze their speaking styles, and explore their communication strategies. Nah, selanjutnya ada kegiatan pembelajaran mendengarkan. Yang pertama, mendengarkan pidato atau ceramah. Listen to a short speech or lecture, example on education or social issue. Take notes on significant points such as facts and data. Analyze the speech structure, the speaker intent, and the information conveyed. Yang kedua ada mendengarkan dialog dan menanggapi. Listen to a recorded conversation or specific issue. Example, technology or the environment. Menjawab pertanyaan seperti what are the speaker goal in the conversation, how do their attitudes or perspective differ, discuss implicit meanings and identify communication patterns. Nah, dari semua yang kita dengar tadi, di sini ada kesimpulan dari listening ya, teman-teman. Listening is a vital skills that enhance our ability to understand direct information and develop critical thinking skill. Practicing active listening will improve our comprehension of oral information and help us communicate more effectively. Jadi itu ya teman-teman penjelasan dari mendengarkan. Dan sekarang yang kedua, speaking atau berbicara. Yang pertama ada learning objective, to express opinion orally in a clear and structured manner, to use appropriate spoken language in both formal and informal context, to engage in discussion or conversation with confidence and effective communication skill. Berikutnya ada introduction speaking, is a communication skill that involves conveying information or opinions verbally. Effective speaking requires proper language usage, clarity in delivery, and the ability to respond to others' opinion or arguments. This skill is essential not only in daily life but also in academic settings such as presentation or classroom discussion. Yang kedua ada components of effective speaking, clarity in pronunciation and articulation. Clarity in speech is crucial to ensure that listeners can understand the message being conveyed. Articulation technique involves pronouncing words clearly without rushing or sounding unclear. The next, appropriate use of intonation. Intonation or the tone of voice help express emotion and intention behind the spoken words. For example, a high tone can indicate enthusiasm or surprise, while a low tone can convey seriousness or calmness. Structure sentence formation. Speaking effectively involves using sentences that are clear, logical, and well structured. Proper sentence structure ensures that the message is conveyed effectively. Accurate and varied vocabulary. Choosing the right word makes communication easier to understand and appropriate for the context. Using a richer vocabulary demonstrates advanced speaking skills. The next type of speaking activities. The first, speech. A speech is a more formal and structured form of speaking, typically delivered to an audience to share information or express opinions. Structure of a speech: opening, greeting, self-introduction, and an introduction to the topic. 2. Context: explanation of the topic supported by arguments, facts, or example. The last, closing, summary and text to the audience. Now, discussion. A discussion involves two or more people talking about a specific topic. Participants share their opinions, listen to each other, and strive to reach an agreement or mutual understanding. Structure of discussion. Introduction, presenting the topic to be discussed, expressing opinions. Each participant share their view and the topic. And the last, conclusion, drawing decision or conclusion from the discussion. Casual conversation. Casual conversation is a more relaxed and informal form of speaking, typically occurring in everyday interaction with friends or family. Purpose: to express personal opinions, share stories, or simply exchange pleasantries. The effective speaking technique using the 3P technique, point, prove, point. This technique is helpful when delivering arguments or explanation. The first, point, set your main idea or opinion. 2. Prove, provide reason or evidence to support your point. 3. Point, conclude by restating your main idea succinctly, responding to others' opinion or rebuttal. In speaking, especially during discussion or debates, it is important to respond to other opinions politely and constructively. Agreeing, I agree with your opinion because blah blah blah. Disagreeing, however, I don't completely agree because blah blah blah. Clarifying, I would like to add that blah blah blah. Speaking with confidence, maintaining proper eye contact and using positive body language. Example, upright posture can enhance confidence in speaking. Speaking clearly and loudly enough ensures that the audience can hear and understanding. Conclusion, speaking skills are crucial for improving students' communication abilities. With proper practice, students can learn to express their opinion clearly and persuasively in various situations, whether in discussion, presentation, or daily conversation. Consistent practice help build confidence and ensure effective use of language tailored to different contexts. Yang ketiga, should be able to draw conclusion from the text and content it with exciting knowledge. Now, introduction. Reading is a critical skill in the learning process. Through reading, we can acquire new information, expand our knowledge, and enhance critical thinking skill. At the high school level, students are expected to not only understand text on a surface level, but also analyze and evaluate the information contained within them. Now, types of reading. The first, intensive reading. Intensive reading is a technique focused on deep reading to understand specific details and information within a text. The reader focuses truly on the content and aims for a deeper understanding of each part. Goal: to gain a deep understanding of the text, identify important information, and learn the details. Example, reading academic articles, expository texts, or novels to understand the content and message being conveyed. Now, extensive reading. Extensive reading involves reading for the general idea or main points of the text without focusing too much on details. This is usually done by reading a large volume of text in a relatively short time. Goal: to gain a general understanding of the topic or story and improve reading fluency. Examples, reading fiction books, new articles, or magazines to broaden general knowledge. Reading techniques. The first, skimming, quick reading. Skimming is a technique used to get an overview or the main idea of a text without reading every word in detail. This technique is useful for quickly grasping the essence of a text. Step 4, skimming. Read the title, subtitles, and the first paragraph. Focus on the opening and closing sentence of each paragraph. Pay attention to keywords or phrases that appear repeatedly. Goal: to identify the main information without focusing on details. Now, scanning, searching for specific information. Scanning is a technique for quickly searching for specific information such as facts, figures, or keywords within a text. 2. Step 4, scanning. Identify the specific information you are looking for. Example, dates, name, and numbers. Move your eyes quickly from one part of the text to another until you find the desired information. Goal: to find a specific information or facts quickly in the text. Detailed reading. Detailed reading is a technique focused on truly understanding the entire text, including analyzing its argument, data, and message being conveyed. Now, step 4, detailed reading. Read the entire text carefully. Understand each sentence and paragraph. Take notes on important points and identify the main ideas and supporting details. The goal: to gain a full understanding of the text and the ability to explain or critique it. Now, types of text to be read. Students will work with various types of text that serve different purposes and structures. Below are some types of text commonly used in high school. Now, the first, reading activities. Expository text. Expository text aim to provide explanation or information about a specific topic. These texts are often found in scientific articles, reports, or essays. Feature of expository text: clear structure, introduction, explanation, and conclusion. Typically explain facts, data, or ideas supported by advance. Now, narrative text. Narrative texts tell a story about events or experience. These are often used in short story, novels, or other fiction. Features or narrative text: contains characters, settings, time and place, and plot storyline. Often includes conflict and resolution. Now, descriptive text. Descriptive text provide detailed description on an object, place, or person so that the reader can visualize it clearly. Feature of descriptive text. Use sensory details such as sight, sound, and feelings to describe object or situation. Now, argumentative text. Argumentative text aim to persuade the reader to agree with a particular opinion or perspective. These texts are often found in editorials or opinion articles. Feature or argument text contain a claim or opinion supported by reason or evidence. The main goal is to persuade the reader to agree with the viewpoint being present. The next, reading activities. First, reading expository text. Goal, to train students to understand information present in an expository format. Steps, the teacher distribute an expository text on a specific topic, example, climate change or technology in education. Students read the text using skimming techniques to find the main ideas. Discuss the structure of the text and the facts present within it. 2. Reading narrative text and analyzing the story. Goal, develop students' ability to understand narrative text and analyze story elements. Step, the teacher provides narrative text or short story. Students read the story and answer a question about the character, setting, plot, conflict, and within the story. Discuss the values or moral lesson contained in the story. 3. Discussion of argumentative text. Goal, to develop students' ability to analyze argumentative text. Step, the teacher provides an argumentative text. Example, an opinion article or editorial. Students read the text and identify the main arguments and the evidence used to support them. Discuss whether the arguments present in the text are strong and logical. Now, conclusion for reading. Reading is a vital skill that enables students to gain knowledge, expand their understanding, and critical engage with information. Through various reading techniques and activities, students can enhance their ability to understand different types of text, analyze their context, and apply the information they have acquired. The next, writing atau menulis. Learning objective, student will be able to produce clear and structured writing appropriate for communication purpose. 2. Develop their ideas in writing, use correct vocabulary and grammar. Write various types of text such as descriptive, narrative, expository, and argumentative. Introduction writing is a language skills that involves organizing ideas and information into written form. Effective writing requires a good understanding of text structure, proper use of language, and the ability to organize ideas systematically. In high school, students are expected to not only write effectively but also to write with specific purpose, whether to inform, describe, express opinions, or persuade readers. The next type of text to write, descriptive text. A descriptive text aims to be described. Description of parts explain the physical characteristic or feature of the object, place, or person in detail. Conclusion, provide an overall impression or feelings about the object described. Example, writing a description of a garden, building, an important person to the writer. A narrative text tells a story or an event, whether fiction or non-fiction. Structure of narrative text. Orientation, introduction of who, where, and when the story takes place. Complication, development of the story, including problems or challenges faced by the characters. Resolution, the resolution or solution to the problem in the story. Reorientation, or optional, conclusion that reflects or summarizes the story. Example, writing a short story based on personal experience or a fictional narrative. The next, expository text. An expository text aims to explain or provide information about a specific topic objectively and in detail. Structure of expository text. Introduction the topic and providing an overview. Body of development, presenting explanation, reasons or evidence supporting the topic. Now conclusion, summarizing the explanation or providing an overall viewpoint on the topic. Example, writing an expository text on environmental issue or technology. Argumentative text. An argumentative text aims to convince readers by presenting reasons or evidence that support a particular opinion or viewpoint. The next structure of argumentative text. Introduction, presenting the main statement or claim. Argumentation, presenting reason or evidence supporting the claim. Conclusion, summarizing the argument and reinforcing the claim or opinion. Example, writing an opinion article or an essay on controversial topic such as, is online education more effective than face-to-face learning? Now, steps for effective writing. Planning. The first stage of writing is planning. What will be written? This includes choosing the topic to write about, determining the writing purpose to inform, describe, or persuade, creating an outline to organize the main ideas and supporting details, drafting. After planning, the next step is to write the first draft. At this stage, the focus is on developing ideas without worrying about grammar or sentence structure. Write freely according to the outline. Don't worry about minor errors. Focus on developing the ideas and content of the writing. Editing and revising. After completing the first draft, the next step is editing and revising. This stage involves improve and refining the text. Revision, improving the text structure, idea development, and clarity. Ensure all ideas are clear and content. Editing, check for grammatical spelling, punctuation, and sentence structure errors. Final draft. After revising and editing, write the final draft that is neater and free from errors. Ensure that the text aligns with the intent, purpose, and format. The techniques for effective writing. Using clear and concise sentence. Use short, clear sentence to avoid confusion. Avoid using ambiguous or irrelevant words related to the topic. Organizing paragraph. Should have one main idea supported by explanation or evidence. Use transitional phrases to connect paragraph and smoothen the flow of writing. Choosing appropriate vocabulary. Select words that are appropriate for the context to clarify the message. Avoid repetitive language. Using varied sentence structure. Varied sentence structure to make the writing more engaging and not monotonous. Combine short and long sentences and include questions or statements. The next writing activity is descriptive text writing. Objective. Train students to describe object or situation in detail. Steps. The teacher provides a theme for description, such as the school garden or my best friend. Students write a description based on the provide them. Focus on the detail that build a clear image for the reader. Students read their writing and discuss ways to improve the clarity and strength of the description. Writing a short story. Objective. Train students to write a structured story with a clear plot. Step. Students are asked to write a short story based on personal experience or imagination. The story must include orientation, complication, and resolution. After writing, students exchange stories and provide feedback on structure and plot. Writing an argumentative text. Objective. Develop students' ability to write argumentative text to express their opinions with supporting reason. Steps. The teacher provide a controversial topic. Example, is social media harmful? or should schools send homework? Students write an argumentative text presenting their opinion and supporting it with reason or evidence. Discuss the text in class with students giving feedback on the strength of the argument present. Conclusion writing. The conclusion is skills that require practice and the ability to organize ideas and present them clearly. By following systematic writing steps, students can produce effective text suited to their communication purpose. The different types of text, such as description, narration, exposition, and argumentation, provide opportunities for students to express their ideas in various written forms. Additionally, interactive and varied writing activities can help students develop their creativity and analytical skills. Okay, that's all for the material I present. Apologize for any shortcomings. I hope this video is useful for everyone to better understand the importance of each language skills and to practice them to achieve better language proficiency, whether in education, professional context, or daily life. Enough from me. Okay, that's all from me. And thank you for your attention and have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.